Kari and Cody, it's great to be with you guys.
You too.
Man, this song is so great. And as you guys were singing, I was just thinking from a church perspective, this feels like a song that comes from the church. And as I was thinking about the song, I was like, well, who are the writers on this? And I was like, oh, Kari wrote this with her pastor. And you know, and so it makes a lot of sense. And it's really a prayer from the church for God just to come and revive us, refresh us.
Yes.
I love that. I also love taking those words afresh and kind of giving them new meaning and life in the church and kind of reintroducing those things. So talk about this. I know you guys are really involved in your local church, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And just kind of how this song came about.
Yeah, it did come about just writing with our pastor and one of the other worship leaders at church, and just writing with our church in mind. Just, you know, what are some songs we're needing to sing in our congregation and in our community that asking the presence of God to fall and to come never gets old. And it's always something that we should have as a posture of our heart to say, God, I want you to come here and move, and I surrender. And so I had shared with Pastor Henry and Sarah when we were writing about this dream that I had of it raining inside this ancient church. And we were out on Outcry tour, and so we were with local churches a lot every night and just ministering to each other, and with Elevation Worship and Hillsong and some of the crew. And so we were just talking about local church a lot every day. And so I had this dream one night on the tour, and it was raining inside this ancient church, and it was a beautiful, ornate, beautiful church with church pews and like a middle aisle down the center, which we don't all have churches like that very often anymore. But it was gorgeous, and it was raining, and on the floor was just like 3 inches or so of clean water, just pure clean water on the floor, just kind of moving. And when I woke up, I just felt like it was very significant. And the more that I prayed about it and thought about it, the more I started thinking it's straight out of scripture from Ephesians, where God is saying he wants to come back for a pure and spotless bride. And so how powerful is it for us to be writing songs for our churches to sing that say, God, give us clean hands and a pure heart, that we may ascend the hill of the Lord, and that you would come back for a pure and spotless bride. His heart yearns to come back for us, you know. So for us as a church to be singing these kinds of songs, I think is prophetic in nature, but also just so powerful to be reminded that he wants to come back for us. And it's just beautiful.
Yeah. And I love the fact that this song, it's definitely a corporate cry, but it's personal at the same time.
Yes.
You know, even the lyric of just like reviving me personally.
Yeah.
And also our church. So it's so powerful.
Yes. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Cody, walk us through what you're playing. You're capoed 7?
Yep. Capoed 7. I like the capo high on this song. It just gives it kind of this shimmery sound to it. Very percussive. So I'm capoed 7. I'm playing in G, G shape. Songs in D. So on the intro, I like finger picking it. So I'm doing a B minor to G to D, and it holds that D for an extra 2 counts. But I add this little E in here, just to kind of mirrors the lead line of the piano. So kind of goes like this. So I do that when I'm strumming too. And then the verses are the same chords, just you hold them twice as long, so a full bar. So B minor to G to D, and then to the A. And then the choruses, it goes to the G, and I like to do this thing where I kind of just do 2-note chords, so like a normal kind of C shape there. And then for the next chord, I like to slide up the C shape 2 frets. Kind of gives this cool dissonant thing, you know, for that. And it's really just an A chord. Sorry, not an A chord. No, it is an A chord.
Yeah.
And then go to the B minor there, back down to the A, 1/3. That's the chorus. And then the bridge is very similar. It starts on the 4. So again, walk that up, just same positioning, you just move it up 2 frets. And then similar thing here for the B minor. So it's cool to like do that. It gives kind of this dissonant feel and walks it up, and it's really pretty when you finger pick it that way. So
absolutely. And McKendry, you're playing some piano melodies along with that. Walk us through what you're doing.
So what I'm playing here is I'm actually over that main hook. I'm just playing the 6, 4, 1, and 5, and that hook is the D to the A, G, F sharp, D, A, and then E. So. And what I like to do is whenever we like bring it down, I like to just simplify it and just do single notes. Make it real simple, really delicate.
It's awesome. Kari, thanks so much for sharing the song with us. It's going to be really great for the church. Exciting to see what happens with it.
Me too. Thanks.
That changes